Hi, I'm Lauren. In today's video, we're going to be flowing into King Pigeon Pose. So for us to be able to easily get into our King Pigeon Pose, we need to open up the shoulders, loosen up the back muscles, strengthen into the hip flexors and the glutes, stretch all the leg areas out, all the muscles, the joints, and yeah, we're going to do that now. So starting, we can just start in our kneeling position. We're going to just take our hands onto our shoulders and go for about 5 circles with our shoulders in one direction, just keeping the spine nice and straight, and then we'll reverse going the other way. Perfect. Bring the hands down to the knees. We're going to look over towards the left side, just stretching into the neck. Inhale back to center. Exhale, look towards the right side. Inhale back to center. And again, looking over towards the left side, back to center, and last one towards the right, coming back to center. Then we'll inhale, look up towards the ceiling, stretching into the front of the neck, and exhale, looking down towards our navel, chin comes into the chest. Inhale, looking up, and exhale, looking down. One more time, inhale, chin comes up, and exhale, chin comes down. Perfect. We'll come onto our hands and knees next. We're going to just warm up the back body and the leg muscles at the same time. So the joints are going to be stacked one on top of the other. The knees are below the hips and the hands are underneath the shoulders. We're going to flex into, or straighten into the left leg. You can point the toe here, just lifting the left leg up. And then we're going to inhale, arching the back slowly, point the left toe up towards the sky and look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, we're going to bring the knee towards our nose, pushing into the mat, curling into the back. Inhale, going the other way, pointing that toe up, lengthening that leg up towards the sky, looking up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, bringing the knee to the nose, curling into the back. We'll just do that 2 more times. Inhale, lengthening the leg, pointing the toe up towards the ceiling, squeezing into that left glute to protect the lower back. And then exhale, rounding into the back body, knee comes into the nose. Last one, inhale, straightening the leg up, and exhale, curling the back. Perfect. Inhaling, we're bringing the leg to parallel level or upper back level. And then we're just going to engage our core muscles here and straighten the right hand. So pulling the right hand away from the body, pulling the toes away from the body behind us, holding it here, breathing for 3, for 2, relaxing the shoulders away from the ear, and 1. Then we're going to bend that left knee, reaching back, coming into tiger pose with the right hand holding on to the left foot, and then we're just going to kick into that right hand. So keeping your balance, focusing on something that isn't moving, stretching into that left hip flexor for 3, for 2, a little bit higher, and 1, releasing it back down. Well done. Releasing the hands down. And then just going to the other side. So extending the right leg behind us, pointing the toe here. And we'll go for our cat-cows. So inhaling, the toe points up towards the sky, looking up towards the ceiling. And exhale, bringing the knee to the nose, rounding into the back. Inhale to lengthen, arching into the spine. And exhale to curl. Inhale, opening, and exhale, closing. 2 more, inhale to open, and exhale to close. Last one, inhale, we're opening up, arching into the back, and exhale, we're going to close. Maybe feeling a fire burning now. Inhale, we're going to point that toe, extend the leg behind us, and then bringing the left hand up. So pointing the fingertips away from us, pointing the toes away from us, holding it here, engaging the core, pressing into that right hand and the left knee for 3, 2, 1, perfect. Then bending into the right knee, reaching back, taking our tiger pose. Pressing into the hand, lifting the leg up towards the sky, just looking down to the mat, and breathing here for 3, a little bit higher, for 2, a little bit higher, and 1, brilliant. Releasing it down, releasing the hands, and then we're gonna sit back into our child's pose, stretching the hands away from us, bringing the forehead down to the mat, and coming back to the breath. So breathing deeply into the belly and out of the mouth. Inhale through the nose, filling up the back body space, and out through the mouth. Perfect. Walking the hands over towards the left side. You can stay on your palms or your fingertips. We're just going to stretch into the side of the body, into the right side body, walking the hands away from us and pressing the hips down into the heels, relaxing into the head, and just taking 1 deep breath here. Perfect. And then we'll walk the hands over to the other side, keeping the heels or the hips on the heels, and walking the fingertips away from us, feeling the stretch in the left side body. Relaxing the head, looking down towards the mat or closing the eyes. Pressing the belly against the thighs. 1 more breath here. And releasing. Well done. Walking the hands back. We're going to come into our puppy pose. So just coming up into our tabletop, bringing the 4 hands down to the mat, and then bringing the chest down towards the ground. So keeping the hands shoulder distance apart, you can place your chin on the mat or else your forehead on the mat. And with every exhale, just bringing the chest closer to the ground, sinking, allowing your shoulders to melt down, feeling the stretch in your underarms, and breathing into the space, breathing into the upper back. Keeping the hips high up in the air. With every exhale, melting the chest a little bit lower. Maybe walking the fingertips away. Perfect. And from here, we're just going to bring the forehead onto the mat. And then we're going to bring the hands in prayer and up towards the ceiling. So keeping the elbows as they are, bringing the hands into prayer and then bringing them up towards the ceiling. We're going to press the hands back towards us and sink the chest even lower down towards the ground. So you can come up onto the chin again here. For 1 more breath. And then we'll release the hands back down and come all the way onto the ground. So sinking the chest down, bring the hands next to the chest, press the tops of the toes into the mat, hug the elbows in, inhale for your baby cobra. We're bringing it into active cobra. We're going to release the hands from the mat, squeeze the shoulders back, squeeze the elbows back for 3, feeling the back muscles here in the lower back, in the middle back, for 2, and 1. Release everything back down. We're going to just take the hands in front of the corners of the mat. Keep the elbows up, preparing for intimidation cobra. So on the next inhale, raising the chest up towards the sky, stretching into the arms. And exhale, come down, keeping the elbows up. Inhale to rise. And exhale to lower, elbows stay up. Inhale, last one, rising up. Lifting the head, and exhale to fall. Inhale, we're going to look over the left fingertips, and exhale back down. 1 more, inhale over the right shoulder, and exhale back down. Last one, inhale over the left shoulder, exhale back down, and just balancing out on the last side, on the right side. Inhale, coming up, and exhale, coming down. Perfect. Bringing the hands under the shoulders. Again, we're going to lift up into our downward dog. Maybe readjusting the feet here, bending into the knees,
Bring the chest towards the feet. You're going to walk the dog. So inhaling and exhaling, bending into one knee, bending into the other. Just 2 more. And then we'll find our still downward dog. Just for a couple of breaths. Pressing the heels down to the mat. Relaxing the head. And then inhale for your 3-legged dog. Right leg rises. We'll open the knee, bend the knee, open the hips. Maybe looking under your left armpit at your right foot. Opening the hips even more. Keeping the weight on both hands. Then we'll just take some circles. So circling into the knee one way, opening up the hips. And then circling into the other way, reversing the circle 3 times each way. Perfect. And then we'll extend into that right knee. Inhale here. And exhale, we're bringing the knee towards the nose. Inhale to lengthen, right leg rises. Exhale, knee to nose, maybe giving your knee a kiss. Inhale, last one. And exhale, knee to nose, hugging the knee in, creating the space in your back body, curling into the spine, and then we're just going to bring the right leg to the top of the mat. In between the hands. Inhale here first. And exhale, lower the back knee down. You can untuck the back toes. Inhale, we're lifting up the hands. And exhale, sinking down a little bit more. Knees stacked above the ankle. Inhale, cactuses, the arms open, arching into the back. And exhale, we'll bring the hands down. Gonna come into pyramid pose, so straightening into both legs, keeping the wide stance. Pulling the right hip back. And exhale, sinking the belly close to the upper thigh. Looking down towards your legs, keeping that squaring in the hips by pulling the front hip backwards. Keeping the heel off the ground as well to give yourself a little bit more space. And then we're going to transition into easy twist. So let's inhale here first. And exhale, we're going to bend into the front knee. Inhale, we'll open into our easy twist. Right hand lifts. Pulling that right hand back. Exhale, back into the pyramid pose. Straightening into the front leg, maybe picking the front heel off the ground. And we'll come back into our easy twist. Opening up, broadening into the chest, lifting that right hand back, and then we'll close and extend the leg into pyramid pose. Last one. So inhaling here first, pulling that right hip back. And exhale, we'll bend into the knee, open the right hand up towards the ceiling, easy twist. Bringing the hand back down, we're going to bring it to the inside of the right foot. You can toe heel the right foot to the outside of the mat. So we're in lizard pose now. So you can come onto the outer edge of that right foot as well, sinking down into the hips, keeping your chest lifted. Holding it here, maybe rocking back and forth, creating a little bit of warmth in the hips, opening them up. Just taking a few breaths here. Perfect. And then we're going to drop the back knee down, flexing into that back heel, lifting it up, pressing the heel towards the body, and then opening that right hand up again. We're twisting in our lizard lunge, taking hold of our heel. So maybe holding onto it completely, maybe just tapping it with your fingertips. Otherwise, you're just squeezing that heel towards you, so it's an active pose. We're trying not to hold onto it too hard, just reaching back and holding, squeezing into that back glute, the left side. For 3, sinking down a little bit lower in the hips. For 2, and 1, right hand comes back. Perfect. We're going to toe heel that right foot back to the center of the mat as we come into our warrior 3. So shifting the weight into the front foot, going to kick up that left leg, bring the hands up to our chest, flexing into that raised leg, holding it here. Keeping your hands on your chest or maybe bringing your hands in front. Lifting that left leg up even higher for 3, for 2, and 1. On the next inhale, we're gonna come into a stalk pose or stork pose. So inhale, we're lifting the upper body, lifting the arms, left knee comes into the chest, and then we're gonna extend that left leg, holding it here for 3, for 2, and 1. Let's just transition back into our warrior 3. So left leg comes behind us, hands come to prayer in front of our chest. Lifting that back leg, lifted leg up a little bit higher, keeping our gaze on the drishti points. We're going to transition into that again. So stork pose first, inhale, bring the hands up. Left knee comes into the chest, then we're extending into that left leg, lifting it up a little bit higher, feeling it in the hip flexor. Staying here, and then we're transitioning back into our warrior 3, nice and slow. Hands come to chest, flex into the back foot, keeping our balance. And then last time, stork pose. Hands come over our head. Inhale here, then we're extending that left leg in front. Holding it here, let's pulse 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. We're going to bring that left leg down in front of the right to the outside of that right foot. Inhaling here, lengthening into the hands, reaching up towards the sky, and then exhale, we're folding forward. The head comes down, chin comes into the chest, maybe wiggling the hips from side to side. So really feeling it in our hamstrings, noticing the difference when we wiggle our hips from one side and to the other side. Coming back to the breath. Perfect. From here, we're going to unravel the legs. Come into our forward fold. Inhale, bring your hands to shins, halfway lift. And exhale, coming into our downward dog. Perfect. Taking one breath here. And then inhale, left leg rises, 3-legged dog. Lifting it up a little bit higher, and then opening that left leg, bending the left knee, knee comes up towards the sky, opening the hip. And then we're going to take our circles on this side, so 3 circles one way, and 3 circles the other way. Perfect. Extending into that left leg once more. Inhale here. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend the leg up. Exhale, knee comes to nose, maybe blowing in a kiss. Inhale to rise. Exhale to close. Holding it here, crunching, curling into the back body for 3, 2, 1, then stepping gracefully that left leg forward. We're going to inhale here first, extending into the chest, lifting the chest up, and exhale, bringing that knee down. Inhale, picking the hands up, and exhale, sinking into the hips. Let's just hold it here. You can untuck the back toe. Inhale again. Exhale, cactus the arms out, opening up the chest, maybe arching into the back, looking up towards the ceiling. Perfect. And then we'll bring the hands back down. We're going to come into our pyramid pose. So tucking the back toes under, extending into both legs, keeping the back heel off the ground if you like. And we're just pulling that front hip backwards. So inhale. And exhale to fold, bringing the head close to the leg, looking down towards the mat. Holding it here. And then we're going to come into our easy twist. So bending into that front knee, bringing the back knee down. Left hand comes up towards the ceiling, stretching that arm back. broadening across the chest. Inhaling here. And then exhale, gonna bring the hand down, stepping into our pyramid pose again. So you can keep a bend in this front leg, if you like, in your pyramid pose, bringing the belly close to the thigh, and then you're just straightening into that left leg. Maybe picking up the heel, the toes, lifting them up towards the ceiling, pulling that front hip backwards, squaring into the hips, and then we'll transition into our easy twist again. Both knees bend, left hand comes up. Lengthen, twist into the spine, squeezing into that right glute. And then let's come back into our pyramid pose. So lifting, extending both legs. Breathing here. And exhale for your twist. Inhale, bring the hand up. And last time. Bring the hand down, lengthen into both legs, pulling that front hip back. Inhale here, exhale to lower. And then bending the knees. We're gonna come into our lizard pose. So both hands into the inside of that left foot, and then we're just gonna toe heel the foot out to the edge of the mat, maybe coming onto the blade edge of your foot. Keeping the chest lifted, maybe swaying back and forth. Just opening up that hip, squeezing into the back glute. Sinking a little bit lower. You can stay up on your hands or come down into your forearms, so it's up to you how you prefer to do your lizard twists. Or sorry, just lizards. We're coming into lizard twists now in a second. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Perfect. One more breath here. And then we're just gonna lower that right knee down. You can stay on the blade edge of that left foot or come back onto the sole of the foot. And then we're just going to flex into the heel, bringing the heel close to the bum. Reaching behind with our left hand and just tapping our heel, maybe holding onto it gently, keeping the shoulders relaxed and pressing that heel towards our body. So sinking the hips down for 3, for 2, and for 1.5, for 1, and we're done. Perfect. Bringing the hands back. We're gonna just toe heel that left foot into the inside of the mat, and then we're gonna come up into our warrior 3. So lifting off the back foot, hopping up into our warrior 3, finding our drishti point, flexing into that right heel, noticing the difference in this foot. For me, I'm a little bit less balanced on the left side. Staying here, kicking that right heel. Perfect. We're going to transition into Stork Pose. So inhale, picking the upper body up, bending into that right knee, bringing it close to the chest. And then we're going to extend that right leg out. So keeping the foot flexed, pressing up towards the ceiling for 3, for 2, and 1. Transitioning back into our warrior 3. Right leg comes behind, upper body comes down, right leg lifts. Flexing into the back foot, keeping the hips squared towards the ground. Staying here. And then inhale, lifting the upper body, coming up into our Stork Pose. Knee comes into the chest. And then right leg extends. Picking it up a little bit more. And then we'll transition again into our warrior 3. Upper body comes down, lower, right leg lifts. Last time, inhale, lifting the chest up, bringing the knee into the chest, extending the right leg in front of us, breathing here, and exhale for your warrior 3. Perfect. And then we'll just come back to standing. Stork comes, knee comes into the chest in your Stork Pose, lifting that right leg in front of us, and then we're just gonna pulse 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bringing the right leg down in front of the left. Inhale, we're lifting out our fingers, reaching up towards the ceiling. And exhale, we're going to fold forward. Head lowers, chin is in the chest. Wiggling from side to side perhaps, just feeling it in the hips. Noticing the difference on this side maybe. And then we're just going to unravel the legs, having them side by side now. Inhale for your halfway lift. And exhale, we'll fold. Maybe taking the hands behind the ankles, belly comes towards the thighs, relaxing the head. And then bringing the hands down, we're just going to step back into our downward dog. So both feet come behind. On the next inhale, the right leg will rise. Lifting it up a little bit higher. And then we're going to bend into that right knee and bring it behind the right wrist. So coming into pigeon pose on this side. The left leg slides behind us, untuck the toes. Maybe taking a block and popping it under your right hip. Just keep your hip squared. We don't want to be sliding onto either side. We're just going to inhale here, squeezing into the back glute. You can come down onto your forearms. We're just going to stay here for a moment, opening up the hips a little bit more. Perfect. And then for our King Pigeon Pose, bringing the hands close to the body. For me, I like to keep the heel close to my pelvis area. This helps me with my balance. And then I'm flexing into the left leg, bringing it behind me, reaching behind, taking the foot. And you can do this with a strap. So we want to flip the grip, flipping the left hand, lifting the elbow up, finding our balance, and then dropping the head back. Maybe lifting both hands up. If you have your balance. And then dropping that left foot down, and we're going to come back into our downward dog. So lifting up the hips. Again, maybe just pedaling out the legs here. Moving the hips from side to side. And then on the next inhale, the left leg will rise. And then we're going to bend it and place it behind the left wrist, sliding down onto the ground. Untucking the back toe, inhale here. Exhale, sinking into our pigeon pose. You can stay here or come all the way down just for a couple of breaths. And then inhale, coming back up. Inhale, coming back up again. Maybe bringing that heel close to the pelvis. The right knee comes out a bit, opening up the hips. And then we're going to bend into that right leg. Then we're going to bend into the right heel, reaching behind, flipping into the grip. Lifting the elbow up to the sky. And gently bringing the head back, bringing the foot towards the head.
then dropping it down. We're going to just bring the right foot in front, coming into a forward fold. So flexing into the feet. Flexing into the feet, inhale, pick the hands up. And exhale, just fold forward gently. So bending the back, the opposite direction. You can use your strap here as well, wrapping it around your feet. So you're holding onto your ankles, your shins, or your feet. Inhale, lengthen the chest, lengthen the crown. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise your chest, lengthen into the crown of your head. And exhale to bend. Inhale to lift. And exhale to fold. One more time. Inhale, opening, and exhale, folding. Flexing into the toes. Maybe hugging the knees. Bringing the knees into the chest. We're just going to bring the head down towards the knees. And then let's roll back. So giving our back a little massage. Nice and slowly. Perfect. You can roll from side to side. And we're just going to bring the knees into the armpits. You can take a happy baby here, or else just rolling, massaging into the back area. So with the happy baby, the arms come through the knees to the inside and then grab the outsides of the feet. Again, just rolling from side to side here. Gently pushing the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. Gently pulling the hands in towards the toes or in towards the soles of the feet. And then we're just going to drop the left leg down. You can keep a hold of the right knee. We're going to just do a supine twist to finish off the practice. So gently pulling the right leg across the body. You can take the right hand out to the side, relaxing, melting the whole body onto the ground. So just resetting the back body. And then we're going to switch. So right knee goes down to the ground. Gently pull the left knee in towards the body. And then we're just going to bring the left knee across the body. So your gaze can be up at the ceiling or out over your left fingertips. Again, just resetting the back body. Relaxing the muscles down towards the ground. And then you're going to bring that left leg all the way onto the ground, coming into your Shavasana. So just taking a few moments to breathe and to settle back into your body, processing the information of the practice. Coming back to the breath, feeling all the new space that's been created.
Just taking a moment to thank our bodies for all the amazing things it is able to do, accepting where we are today, not comparing, not judging, not saying anything negative, honoring the vessel that we're in, just showing gratitude constantly for every step that we take, for everything that we use these bodies for. So you can stay a little bit longer in Shavasana if you like by pausing the video. Otherwise, we're slowly just going to roll onto one side or the other side, curling up into a ball, taking a final breath here. And then slowly just coming up to a seated position. So thank you so much for joining this class. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the flow, and I hope you'll be able to practice it over and over, no matter where you are in your journey to your King Pigeon pose. If you did like this class, I would love to know about it. So you can like the video, you can comment below if there's other classes that you'd like to do, or if you have any suggestions of classes that you would like to see or practice with me, please let me know. And yeah, subscribe to the channel for more videos. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again.